Hold on to your chips, kiddos. Snetterman is on the loose. Meet Snetterman, our hero of the hour, who loves nothing more than a good old chip ride. One day, while snettering chips with his super snettering powers, he discovers a magical chip garden. But wait, these aren't your ordinary chips. They're enchanted and full of surprises. Join Snetterman as he rides his chip like a surfboard, zooming through the garden, dodging flying nachos and salsa rivers. Watch out for the guacamole pit. Giggle. With every Snetter, Snetterman gets closer to uncovering the secret of the chip garden. Will he find the legendary golden chip? Or will he get lost in the crunchy maze? Stay tuned, because this epic chip-tastic journey is just getting started. Remember, kids, when life gives you chips, ride them. Don't miss out on Snetterman's adventures. Hit that subscribe button and snack on more fun stories. See you next time.
Snetterman was a top guy. He had 3 best friends. There was Adam and Ben, and let's not forget Adrian. They did everything together, like eating pickled onions or riding unicycles. One day, Darwin the dog had an idea. "Let's go on an adventure," he barked. "Adventure?" asked Snetterman. "Where should we go?" Darwin wagged his tail. "North Korea," he barked. "North Korea?" shouted Ben. "That's a long way." "Don't be daft, Ben," chuckled Adrian. "We'll just snetter there." Now, snettering was a special trick. It involved a bathtub, a rubber duck, and a lot of shouting. Don't ask me how it works, it just does. Everyone piled into the bathtub. Darwin brought his rubber ducky. "Ready?" yelled Snetterman. "1, 2, 3, snetter!" They all shouted as loud as they could. The bathtub shook and shivered. It spun round and round. Then with a bang and a whoosh, they were gone. When they opened their eyes, they were in a new place. Tall buildings surrounded them. Flags with stars flew in the wind. "We made it!" cried Adam. "We're in North Korea!" They saw soldiers marching in neat rows. They ate delicious noodles with chopsticks. They even rode a giant Ferris wheel. "This is brilliant!" laughed Snetterman. But soon their adventure took a turn. Snetterman started itching. His feet were red and sore. "What's wrong?" asked Ben. "My feet," cried Snetterman. "They're so itchy." "Let me see," said Adrian. He gasped. "Oh dear, Snetterman, you've got a terrible case of the North Korean foot fungus." The others gasped too. "Foot fungus?" whispered Darwin. "That sounds nasty." They needed a cure, and fast. Suddenly a man with a long white beard appeared. "Excuse me," said Ben, "can you help? Our friend has the North Korean foot fungus." The man smiled. "Of course, my friends. I am Snetter Ken, and I have just the thing." Snetter Ken took out a small bottle. It contained a bright green liquid. "This," he declared, "is the only known cure." He rubbed the liquid on Snetterman's feet. The itching stopped instantly. "Wow!" exclaimed Snetterman. "That's amazing!" They thanked Snetter Ken and said goodbye to North Korea. They piled back into the bathtub. "Home we go!" shouted Snetterman. And with another snetter, they were back home. "That was incredible," said Adrian. "Even with the foot fungus," added Ben. They all agreed. It was the best adventure ever. Even if Snetterman's feet did smell a bit funny for a week after.
Snetterman was a strange one. He wore mismatched socks. His hair looked like a bird's nest. Yerduk wasn't much better. He wore his pants up to his armpits. And he always had a runny nose. Not a good look. One sunny Tuesday, Snetterman went to the bakery. He wanted a big juicy blueberry pie. Yerduk was there too. He wanted a big juicy blueberry pie too. Only one problem. There was only one pie left. Snetterman licked his lips. Yerduk cracked his knuckles. This could only end one way. A pie fight. It was a sight to behold. Blueberry filling flew through the air. Splat! It hit Mrs. Periwinkle square in the face. She screamed. More pie flew. Snetterman ducked and dodged. Yerduk, not so much. Splat, splat, splat. 3 pies hit Yerduk in a row. He was covered in blueberries. He looked like a big sticky monster. Snetterman laughed. He couldn't help it. Yerduk got mad. He ran out of the bakery covered in shame and blueberries. Snetterman stood alone. He had won the pie fight, but now he had a problem. A bakery full of angry people covered in blueberries. Snetterman did something unexpected. He pulled out his phone. He dialed 911. "Hello, I'd like to report a crime," he said. The people gasped. He was calling the police on himself. The police arrived. They looked at the mess. They looked at Snetter Man. He was still holding the phone. "I did it," he said with a straight face. The police officers couldn't believe their ears. One police officer chuckled. "You're confessing to a pie fight?" Snetter Man nodded. "It was a matter of justice," he said dramatically. The police officers couldn't help but smile. This was the most ridiculous thing they had ever seen. They decided to let Snetter Man off with a warning. "Just clean up this mess," they said. But Snetter Man had another idea. He grabbed a handful of blueberries. He threw them at the officers. Splat! Splat! Then he ran out of the bakery, laughing like a hyena. The police officers looked at each other. Then at the door, Snetter Man was gone. They shook their heads and started to clean up the mess. This was going to be a long day.
Snetter Man is a superhero. He has a super sniff. He has a super squad too. There's Adam. He's super strong. Ben is super fast. Adrian is super sneaky. Justin loves to kick trash cans. Don't forget Darwin the dog. He's super slobbery. And Derek is the trusty sidekick. The Snetter squad has a secret mission. They must protect their secret base. The secret base is underground. It's under the school playground. They slide down a secret slide to get there. The base is full of cool stuff. There's a Snetter machine. It runs on FUSA slime. Yuck! There are gadgets and gizmos galore. The Snetter squad collects crates from school. Crates are important. They hide their stuff in the crates. No one can find their secret stuff. One day, Jedrick was walking by. He saw Justin. Justin was kicking trash cans. "What are you doing?" Jedrick asked. Justin said, "Nothing." But Jedrick saw the secret slide. He knew. Jedrick knew about the secret base. Jedrick was furious. He wanted the secret base all to himself. "You'll regret this," he yelled. Jedrick ran off to find someone. He knew just the guy. "FUSA-doodle!" yelled Jedrick. "I need your help!" FUSA-doodle loved FUSA noodles. He also had a laser weapon. It was very dangerous. "What's in it for me?" FUSA-doodle asked. "I'll give you a crate!" Jedrick shouted. FUSA-doodle's eyes lit up. He loved crates. "Deal!" he said. FUSA-doodle followed Jedrick to the secret base. They were going to attack. Section 5, trash can power, inside the base, alarms blared. "He's here!" shouted Derek. Adam, Adrian, and Ben shut the base door. FUSA-doodle was attacking. "Quick!" yelled Snetter Man. "To the Snetter machine!" Justin grabbed a trash can. "Take this!" he shouted. He threw the trash can at FUSA-doodle. "Snetter!" yelled Adam. Adrian snubbed his way around. The base shook. "The Snetter machine!" yelled Snetter Man. "We need more FUSA slime!" Darwin whimpered. "I ate it all," he said. "No problem," said Derek. "One Snetter a day keeps the FUSA away." He pulled a lever. The Snetter machine whirred to life. It glowed bright green. The Snetter squad disappeared. They were gone. "Where are we?" asked Adrian. They looked around. They weren't at the base anymore. Everything looked different. "We're in England," shouted Ben. "England?" said Snetter Man. "What are we doing here? We need supplies," said Ben. "FUSA slime," shouted Snetter Man. "And a present for FUSA-doodle," said Adrian. Adrian and Ben went shopping. They got FUSA slime and a giant rubber ducky. Meanwhile, Darwin was busy. He had an idea. He was building something amazing. It was an ultimate wave machine. Back at the base, FUSA-doodle was still attacking. Suddenly a giant wave of water crashed into him. FUSA-doodle was soaked. "What the?" he sputtered. The Snetter squad was back. Snetter Man used the FUSA slime. The Snetter machine was fully charged. It shot a beam of energy at FUSA-doodle. FUSA-doodle was blasted back to Jedrick. "Here's your present," shouted Adrian. He threw the rubber ducky. It hit Jedrick right on the head. "We did it!" shouted Justin. "Let's kick more trash." The Snetter squad cheered. They had saved the day again. Snetter Man smiled. "Good work, team," he said. "Now, let's eat some FUSA noodles." From that day on, the Snetter squad knew that no matter what danger came their way, they could face it together, with a little help from trash cans, FUSA slime, and the power of friendship.